Hello people, we are back with another Bazaar run and we've got some ranked Vanessa. Starting out with either one small gold tier item and 5 loot items, which is okay in terms of money, or 3 bronze tier skills. Not really a fan of the bronze tier skills, so let's see what we get in the item department. Ambergris is not bad for a gold item. Should be some decent economy. And 5 silvers is lovely, so that's a lot of money. We might lean slightly towards aquatics to get ambergris value. Now, I don't think we'll be able to get the XP from tiny furry monsters, so either a haste item or we have a look at mediums. Let's check out the mediums. Katana without any sort of scaling is a bit suspect. So we can grab the coral armor, and it should be profitable. So let's do that. Not the strongest option, but for day one can be serviceable. And let's go Kyver. Maybe get a Langjean. Langjean plus a coral armor has potential to win day one versus an opponent. And I must say, I am seeing very few dualies in this patch, which is maybe it's probably a great thing for a lot of players, because dually was very dominant for the past few patches. But I am a big enjoyer of dually, so it's sad to see him lose a lot of strength. In the later games, if I see like a dually day 13, 14, it's usually a drill build. There's our Langjean, so might be run. And duct tape got removed from Dooley's pool, so sort of armored core duct tape shenanigans have also been cut out. So what we could do is we just, I really want to hit the upgrade for B1, B2. It's probably just on the Langjean. There's no way you'd spend 8 gold to take both of these, so let's just grab Langjean, and we really want to win that fight then. Could we perhaps go to Midsworth? No. We don't really sell stuff, so mushroom, maybe just 4 gold. I think that's okay. And I might even just insect wing Langjean. Throw 10% crit on it. This is an item that can stay around for a couple days. It needs, I think, a lot of work in order to take it to the end game. It needs a lot of support items. And your coral armor beats the ambergris, so you could maybe even rock the feather just to push even harder for maybe winning this day one fight. But I'd rather have a full board and reduce everything's cooldown.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
So on a day one fight, a dually can be difficult. Crit core without any scaling. First Aiden's gonna heal and haste, so plus they have regen. I think this is a defeat. But it might come down to Sandstorm, actually. Don't like to see a crit. Let's pray for Sandstorm possibly saving us. But I think it's a loss, which is very unfortunate with Silver Langjean. Maybe we should have pushed the shop harder to increase our odds of winning day one. But yeah, if we had the 5 health regen, might have turned the battle. So let's go Andy. And maybe we find some small aquatics that are profitable.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is
You guys are not aquatics. 10% crit on a Langjean, it's okay. I think I'll grab it. Would we reroll?
Gift wrap it for you?
Let's see what we find on the reroll. So, Seashell, profitable with Ambergris,
Why, that? I mean,
and a bit of scaling on Coral Armor.
excellent choice.
But the next two I don't think I want to grab.
Ah, pleased to store
So
the
what would
rest
we
of the
run?
tiny
Maybe
bits of
Ambergris plus Seashell? I think that maybe beats the 10% crit. I don't know if I should have picked this up. But I'm a fan of Vanessa's Amulet. So we could get Rightmost, which is not the most synergistic item with the slow Langzhan. But we might pick up another weapon that does appreciate Rightmost. And I think it is a pretty strong skill.
9 years.
Options are to get the safer health regen, or to perhaps find like a Shadowed Cloak. What else would we be looking for, Courier? Maybe a Chariot. I think let's go health regen.
Eat up, bulk up, get solid. That's
Now, Covetous Thief with your damage scaling. Are you a problem? I think Rogue Scrapper, you're hitting 60. Yeah, I think we can do Rogue Scrapper. And I quite like the Rogue Scrapper fight now to try and hit level 3. We should outshield your damage, am I right? And we might need a lucky crit to try pierce through their healing. Really hope I can hit it. Because their 60 will just cover my 60. So Sandstorm should start soon, and I really am hoping for a crit here. No crit, but with the shielding, I think our effective health pool is higher.
See that plank? Walk it.
Okay, Jungle Ruins. Don't think you have anything I want. I want to go to Midsworth and do some buy selling.
Grand Society Mastermind.
Definitely want to grab aquatics. And we do want to keep an eye out for 1 extra XP, maybe with the next event. So I'll grab you two.
Got 4 legs because I carry.
And a reroll is too expensive, yeah. Then, do we have something that triggers the... I think we have a friend, which will give us 1 XP, right? Beautiful.
Another empty
We could
chest
grab aquatic.
waiting to be
I think
filled.
it will gain 3 value on this. So let's do that. It does indeed count as buying. So a lot of money being put on the ambergris. Don't think it's an item I want to run. Fishing nets is quite underwhelming. So maybe jellyfish goes in. 3 poison. And we want our fast aquatics. So we put you like that. Could maybe go coral because it's a bit faster than seashell. How important is maybe some crit chance instead? I think maybe I would prefer crit chance. Let's run that. And would we feather in this position? It's okay. I think let's do it. Coral armor or seashell taking the shield. I think seashell has more likelihood to stay just because it's small. So we'll clonk it on the seashell. And I think I'm happy with this placement. Healing on ambergris? Sure, why not?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
What are you rocking? Also a Langzhan. Your bolus is going to run out of ammo. Hopefully your revolver also runs out of ammo, but at 38% crit. Possibly not. Don't like that the bolus crit. But we should be healing your damage. So I think it's looking good. The fact that we hit a level up as well is quite big. So I would say really try to hit level 3 on day 2. If you grab the bigger fight and 1 extra XP, it will give you the level up, and then I think the importance of the XP kind of goes down a little bit because we should be guaranteed level 4 So with so much money, I'm going to go to Andy.
The smaller proportions.
Keep an eye out for them aquatics. Not really haste, but it's profitable.
Whoever said money can't buy
Can put
peace
honing
had
steel
money.
on a Langjean, but it's such a slow item that the scaling is not that great. But it's a powerful scaler that maybe we switch to a different like weapon. So I'm gonna pick it up.
Buyer's remorse never. Be
And would we reroll? Aquatics are good, so let's do a reroll. Yeah. Finding ourselves some aquatic items. So we're just leading into the valley of this ambergris. And concealed dagger, I don't really feel like running in a monster fight. Maybe it's the play, but not really what I want to do.
Counts for peace.
Not really interested in you guys, lighter. No. Nesting doll is ammo if you perhaps go like a flagship, but we do have an ammo in the bag. And we don't need the cannonball, so we'll reroll. So there's a crow's nest plus a silencer. So a little bit of a crow's nest silencer one weapon build. Would that be something we're interested in? So we can get rid of the fishing net if we want. What about coral armor out? We take jellyfish out, seashell out. We rock the crow's nest.
We'll borrow
Gotta do a bit of
more
selling.
gold from the tyrant.
So you guys probably know. Piranha, no. Crow's nest, and we want that silencer. So catfish, probably not being run. Let's grab the silencer.
I'm so glad we could share this
Maybe it's too. Maybe we're forcing the one weapon a bit too hard. But I think we'll be okay. Etherite we should clear, and I want that
I've got a
bonus
lot of
XP.
work to do, but this'll be fun.
And just having the crow's nest healing might guarantee the fight. Now I should have taken the silencer to the other side of the Langjean, but I don't think it will matter too much. And we should hit one more time, and it should be in the bag. But yeah, with this Langjean going off so slowly, not sure if I want it as the one weapon. What do we get here? Goggles. I am not a goggles fan. So pumping up the damage of the Langjean is not that relevant. So let's go to Colt. You could rock a harpoon as your last item, but we have some big, small items. So maybe that's a skip. But it is aquatic, so that's profitable. And we'll hit a level up. We upgrade probably the crow's nest. We'll just check the inventory if we have anything else. But no, I think it's crow's nest.
Haha. Now this will inspire the crew.
And ooh, B1, B2. So what bronzes do we have? We've got 5. So maybe just sell all the silvers to afford it. I think that's not bad. Did I just sell? I hope I didn't sell her bronze. I think I might have. Sorry, I meant to sell the silvers. There we go. Let's do the upgrades.
The keener the blade,
Okay, quite
the
nice.
quicker the fight.
So 7.2 on the Langjean. Still a bit slow. Fight can be dicey. So ambergris with the regen is probably strong enough. Harpoon is nice. But yeah, 1 ammo on the harpoon. I'd rather take the that's 240 shield on Gianola. Let's rather rock that. And placement looks all good.
My fight isn't with you, but if you
So what's still in the option is a potential third boulder game.
not to squabble with no
Hopefully we don't have to go boulder, because that's a lot of boulders in a short period of time. But boulder is perhaps one of my favorite items in the game, so it's not the worst. Now, this fight, I would have loved a crit there. They've got scaling on barrel and seaweed, and I think that beats our scaling, so... Oh, it's probably a defeat, unfortunately. Really sad to see Langjean lose. Yeah,
I paint my
it's just so slow.
but I don't.
Would we prefer a katana with this honing steel? Such a big item to... Like at 260, it's quite big.
Taking the first step toward good
So we can't grab you guys. And you're not aquatics. So I think it's a reroll. If we hit something in ice, we can still sell the ambergris. Chum is very
I
nice
think that suits you.
for the ambergris. And probably just keep selling and buying aquatics.
Remember,
So
diamonds
Seashell, how are you
small
looking?
boxes.
45. You take about, what, 5 procs to equal Gianola? I think Gianola is fine. It's also nicer for a flagship having this ammo item. So I'll sell you and buy the coral.
Shall I gift
For the ambergris. Let's go look at weapons. Perhaps we find something to replace the Langjean.
But my weapons
We
crave
could
more.
go gold Langjean, or we go submarine, which is quite fast. I'm leaning towards the sub, to be honest. Very nice if we haste the submarine. What would we sell? We'd probably... We'll sell the coral. It's not buffing ambergris, but... We have to sell ambergris to get the submarine, and then we replace it instead of Langjean, I think. So we get rid of you, and sub is coming in.
Newful teaches.
I think that is superior.
I prefer.
Just much faster with the honing steel. Would we reroll? Maybe. Let's see if there's like a flagship or something. No. I think flagship could have been even better than a sub. Hellbilly. Can we clear your scaling? Or do we go Blood Reef Raider and maybe find Crow's Nest upgrade? I think I'm leaning towards that. So let's go Blood Reef.
the coral speaks,
What's your crit chance? 60.
tells me
And a powder flask also opens up some options in this sort of build. I think we would also like some sort of hasting on the submarine, but it gets a bit tight with inventory space. So we get a cannonball, which is okay. It's probably not being run, but... So we could go Mountain Pass, potentially find a fight, which can accelerate us. Yeah, let's try that. We get Flame Juggler, which I think I'll beat.
fire is life.
We will get some shielding pretty quick,
The opposite.
which will cut some of the burn damage. If you don't know, shielding halves burn. So versus this fight, getting it pretty early is good.
The flame is a fickle lover.
And we got a Magma Core, which is okay with any sort of burn synergy.
Place to
For
store the
example,
ice,
when you
the
burn
diamonds go.
freeze, that's not so bad. So we could take a little bit more crit. 16% crit is quite nice. So I think I'm going to do that.
We made progress today.
Slap that on the flagship. And the docks... No, I think I want to look at Tok.
You don't have time not to buy this.
Could get a fishing rod for aquatics, but I don't think there is a small aquatic we were looking for. Bronze camera is a bit early, and yeah, we don't need that. But considering we have 36 gold, I'm fine with rerolling for potential haster, which we did not find. Yeah, Arbalist is maybe just too slow. We don't have haste. Don't want to run you. And this is a fat harpoon with a cannonball. But I could maybe give these 2 slots up. I don't think I want to give up 3 slots. So we're probably just running that. And we're facing a legend dually.
My fight isn't with you.
What are we scared of from this dually? Maybe the freezer item? And it's going some sort of armor. The burn will start stacking up, especially with this metronome. So hopefully we can kill him soon before his armor scaling gets a bit too problematic. He's low, but it's getting scary. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna clear this. He's so low, but... Okay, whew. It was getting scary. Should have maybe checked if we had a tool to... No, we don't have any tools, thankfully. Could have sold tools to give Granola Bar extra ammo. And it would have been sad if we lost that fight, and that could have been a deciding factor. So given how much gold we have, I'm leaning more towards Sylvia over income. Could hit some upgrades. So, Flagship. Flagship without any haste is a bit questionable. But we do have the silencer. So it's looking for a tool. We've got a tool. We've got ammo. We've got property. So it's multicasting at 4. It's missing a friend. So maybe a friend would be run over the amulet. Over the Granola Bar. No, the Granola Bar we need for ammo. Do you beat the submarine? I mean, it gets 48 damage essentially with each honing seal proc, so I think it's better than the sub. So I'm gonna go Flagship. Re-rolling for potential upgrades. Potentially a friend. Let's do it. Okay, there's the crow's nest upgrade. Very nice. Taking us to 96% crit. That is very high already. We might be cutting the amulet soon. So even if we get more crit, that's still good. We go to Andy, and I think we look for a friend.
I would never debase my wares by
Not you.
haggling. Ugh.
And I always think Pop Snappers is a friend, but it's not.
Neither wealthy nor wise, huh?
And you're nice for diamond small items, which is not a big factor in this kind of build. Let's go Mod Squad. Should be a very easy fight with this strength. I think first Aiden would be lovely. Plonk it in over the amulet. And then we have 5x multicast. Would maybe run like a charcoal and a bomb squad, but they're not as nice as the haste coming out from Aiden. We got Bulldozer, which is too fat to run. Get rid of Langjean. We're probably looking at silver loot. So let's sell Bill. Cooldown, damage, all quite nice. Monster skills is a lovely shop to see. So this is upgrade a bronze. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe upgrading this at 7. And then potentially duplicating a silencer. That could be quite nice. In a one weapon build. But we don't have too many slots is the only thing. So we might have to stay at 4x multicast if we do something like that.
I'm just your guide.
So at the start of the fight, haste a weapon for 5 is huge. Or we just straight up haste 3 for 3. Both are really nice. This is essentially 9 seconds of haste, but this hastes your most important piece for very long. Hmm. And this is a one-weapon build, so the weapon has a lot higher value. But, you know, we might pick up other items that, when hasted, also do crazy stuff. So I'm going to lean towards rigged. Could get another upgrade hammer, but doesn't do too much. Regen is whatever, so let's see if we potentially find upgrades here.
Huge items. Price?
Medium friend is too big. So I would reroll, potentially find a small friend. And we did not. We found the sextant for crit. Which you'd have to give up the scaling on the honing steel, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm happy. Oh, we can sell the submarine for increased value here.
I have my ways. Midsworth says I'm bad at this, but I just want the huge things.
Boofer.
I may
Another legend rank player.
but I've seen
As
my
we
share.
climb our way to legend.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on
Been
Palawan.
quite busy this week, so I couldn't get as many games as I wanted. So burst. So it is nice that we'll be healing up through their burst. Hopefully we get a hit again before we die. Okay.
Defeat does not defeat me.
Timings could have been a bit scary for us. So gumballs, we don't have any buy-sell synergy. We get maybe 2.5% crit, so not that big of a deal. But at the same time, what mediums are we desperate for? Like a star charts, we probably don't want to run because we need all these types. So let's go for... Let's save our money, not get gumballs. Let's get a small shield item. Sadly, not a friend. We will... Let's look for a fight and just try an XP max. Very nice. Now, another consideration of probably taking haste one weapon for 5 seconds is in case your build ever becomes one active item,
Gunpowder.
then the value of rigged maybe goes down. So we'll have to see. Upgrade. I think I'm going to take that hammer. And it gives us some time to choose what we upgrade. But we also have the potential to
This
duplicate.
will inspire the crew.
Okay, probably just the higher XP. And we are very strong. I don't know what monster fights we lose to, really. We've got damage, scaling, sustain.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
What happened to my item there? I maybe have to restart. Okay, we're back from a little disconnect. Did we get the bandages? Yes, we did. So it's probably Quicksil looking for potential upgrades.
Huge items. Price? Don't care.
Holsters is interesting, but with rigged. Probably not what we want. We could look for a reroll. We don't have any large items to sell. Now I do like a star charts, but maybe not with a flagship. It's possibly not a flagship item in most cases.
Go buy something.
I think since we have 2 large items, you want to fill up with smalls. And probably just JJ, huh? So you are an ammo item, but I think we prefer our current ammo item. Could potentially find a small friend through a fishing rod. Port is also an interesting option. Maybe a cooler, more impactful potion. I think that's what I'm going to lean towards. So we'll get rid of Harpoon, probably not being played in this sort of setup. Bandages, we'll grab a port.
If that doesn't work out for you,
We should maybe have a look at what's in disguise. So I think I'll get rid of you guys. I don't think Disguise has ever given me a large item, so I think it can only be smalls and... smalls and mediums. But yeah, I was thinking maybe like some sort of dually friend we might get.
Go
First
ahead,
Aiden would have been nice.
underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Looks like a dually. That's looking to pump out a lot of damage with his crit core. He's got the freezer, but it's not going to proc on our flagship. Which is very nice. So yeah, nice easy victory. And he is adding crit onto his alpha ray, but I think I would rather just move this to the left so that you get more activations of the core. I don't think you care about the crit that much. So it's either weapon skills or gold tier skills, but I'm leaning towards weapon skills. I think there's going to be a lot of nice ones we could hit.
I love that you
Might get some damage scaling, some
It's my
crit.
joy to make you strong.
So best defense is probably not run. We could take like a safe 10% crit, and it makes it easier to discard the amulet. So that's what I'm going to do.
I have not died, but it must be very embarrassing, yes.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
So Illusoray is a friend. So do we just plonk that instead of the amulet? Take flagship down up to 5. I think that's pretty good. I also quite like the sleeping potion. Eventually the 240 shield is not going to be a factor, but yeah, I think even right now this is stronger, to be honest. So yeah, you're going to go. And I think we want that friend. We ideally want to look for a better friend.
Class had neither.
But I think 5 multicast is really nice, especially with a honing steel to give damage here. So it gives it sort of an extra 12 each time this goes off. But the problem is, I mentioned earlier, with the rigged, now there's a chance that our flagship doesn't get hasted, which would be pretty sad. But we gotta do what we gotta do. One thing you could potentially run is you actually don't do... You know, I think that might be better, honestly. You don't do 5x multicast, but you instead cannonball this sleeping potion. Because this is a very powerful potion. So let's do that.
You wanna buy that?
And in that way we ensure that rigged is hitting these 3. I quite like that. Silencer upgrade. Now we do have the upgrade hammer, so I'm not sure if I want to run double silencer. We would then have to sacrifice something. Would it be then just cannonball out? Potentially, huh? We just bought that, plonked it in, but is double silencer that strong? I mean, it always feels good in one weapon, but I don't know about flagship. So let's upgrade you.
The keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
We'll plonk you like that. We'll give you the maximum damage.
Tell
And we'll plonk
everyone
another
you got it
silencer.
here.
I mean, 3.6 is fast, especially without hasting. Like, we have rigged, but the haste is eventually going to run out. And just taking this down is very nice. So I think I like that. We're running a bit short on gold. I think I might just take the safe max HP. And Treasure Turtle should be an easy win. Sergeant Suds has the rivet gun, but this does not look like a rivet gun build. It's another weapon, so it's not going to work with the crow's nest. So let's go with the little turtle. And what would we maybe run? You could maybe run a Clamorer. Clamorer is not a friend. Looks like a friend. Okay, nice victory.
Not even a
Now I do want to see if we were to take the silver silencer off. It's a 4.5. So it cuts about almost a second off. Is that worth more Sleeping potions. The fight will go longer. Can I afford the fight to go longer? Sometimes, sometimes not. Both are good. You know, I could maybe just keep it in the inventory till the flagship is crazy. And just run something like this. So those slows are going to be very annoying for them. Go slow shop. I don't want to reroll too much here. So slow shop is pretty good. There is a heavy nesting doll, but sleeping potion is just so much better, right? And an 8 gold reroll is a bit too intense.
Without my gifts, your time will come quickly.
And then JJ, look at maybe upgrades. Work at the docks. I think I'm leaning towards JJ.
A friend. I mean,
Find some
a
upgrades.
customer.
You guys are not really what I want. If we get like a ton of crits somehow, maybe with that skill where each fight it increases your crit chance, maybe a crow's nest can eventually leave for space. But until then, crow's nest is very likely staying. So do we go diamond cannonball? Figurehead is also usually a nice item with a flagship, but it doesn't have a type, so that's a bit of a problem. Let's grab that cannonball. And you know, slowing down the fight is not the worst deal because we have scaling. Every 4 seconds we put 48 damage on the flagship, so it's pretty good. Grab gunpowder. Both are good options. Gunpowder's nice if we ever decide to cut the cannonball. But also we might get a different kind of potion that's really cool. So I think I'll just take gunpowder. And port is just going to give us 1 item, so looks good.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share.
I hope I'm running the gold silencer. I better be. Yes. So, similar kind of setup to us. But they don't have damage scaling. We've got annoying slows. Now the slows are very annoying for them. And we've built up 10 seconds of slow on this thing. Lovely. Quite a fast sub, that is. Potion we got was a grenade. Well, small ammo item, I mean. So that is just going to be sold. Gumballs for extra crit, maybe. Could we find potentially some kind of cool poison enchant? Yeah, I don't think I want to put you guys in. Reroll is expensive, so... And I'm fine with taking a look over the gumballs. Quicksil, we have no lodges to sell, so let's just grab a snack time. And dragon. So you are a vehicle, so I think we might lean towards the vehicle skills. But all that XP is also lovely. This is a tough decision. So if we fight you, we get 3 XP. 2 from the fight and 1 from the hour. So we will hit 10. Getting the vehicle skill. How powerful is that? It's pretty strong. Gotta be honest. So we could get either 30 extra damage, or we could get reducing the cooldowns of other items. Damage one could be big. Captain's Wheel is also a lovely item with the flagship, but we're looking a bit full, to be honest. So we've got the bonus damage. Nice. Would love to find a way to scale this damage up a bit more. Do we go look for some sort of skill or potentially Crow's Nest? So Crow's Nest would cost us 24. So that involves 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be at 23. Maybe we'll just look for a skill.
At least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
Could burn, but how strong is that burn? You apply 8 burn, it feels like so whatever. Could reroll, but let's just take when you fall haste.
Your enlightenment is my
Skill upgrades, we'd maybe look for rigged. Maybe look for deadly eye, a lot of good stuff, so. Probably haste 4 items for 3. Gives us a bit safety if we run a 4th item, or we just take crit chance. I think let's take crit. So you're out, you're probably out for a long time, you're out, and probably magma core. I think there is a chance we maybe find a better potion. Get rid of cannonball. We'll see. So we'll grab right eye, taking us to 94%. And maybe it's just good increasing the damage, honestly. Because we'll then get any like damage bonus will be doubled. Well, 30% extra. From that, extra on you. So that's quite cool. So the honing steel, I think, should now give almost 100 damage every 4 seconds. So that was a really nice enchant.
Not to squabble with nobodies.
And I quite like the direction of the obsidian enchant. Don't know how powerful it is in terms of like being OP, but okay, that freeze was very unfortunate. Hopefully we don't get bursted here. Okay, I think we're gonna be fine. Lovely. And we got another rubbish potion, poison. So I don't know if sleeping potion was nerfed when a few of the potions got changed. But it does feel maybe a tad too strong. That's what my gut is telling me. Don't think I care for these two, so let's go Kev. But probably won't be picking up any of these. And re-rolling, I don't really have the money. Definitely gonna spin the wheel.
Big show for you tonight.
Would love diamond upgrade. Well, diamond skill or upgrade. What is this one? Get a random enchanted item. No thank you. Quite a miss, but how much gold is that? 16. Not the end of the world. So we have a vehicle so we can get reduced cooldown on you. You have lifesteal, you have spices. And if we get spices, would we perhaps cut the honing steel? Probably. So this is a bit similar to the other build we did, where we did get spices. So both good options. Lifesteal is probably irrelevant. Let's go duelist.
You must think very
Spices would be quite big with this cannonball. So let's have a look.
You should teach at the academy.
Why does it seem like it's only giving... Oh no, I think it's correct. Well, hello. Hello, so do we sacrifice for this? It's a bit slow. But it's crazy scaling. And the slow potion also buys us time, so I don't think we can get rid of that. But wow. I think that's good. Very similar to the other flagship we built. Happily take another fight. Weapons platform, let's get 3 XP, and Keen Eye is okay. Or do we have a right eye? Wow. So I think Spices is doing some crazy shenanigans with Obsidian. Uzi's a pretty cool item for fast activations, but... Vanessa, you've got like when you like haste aquatic items, could be good. They might be like when you slow freeze. It's also pretty nice. Let's go look at old Zane.
I'm done with Pelago. The Bazaar's the
I think it has to be Flurry, right? Just charge things. 25 damage is, I think, not as good as Flurry.
You got a Corsair spirit.
Flurry is fantastic if this is your only active item. But still should be pretty good.
If you have
Andy?
the price,
I don't even think we're supposed to go to Andy. I don't know what like upgrades we even keeping an eye out for.
if you want something big and ugly, go see Pole.
Okay, so you're giving full max ammo. It would be nice to eventually be in a situation where you can cut the cannonball for something. But it has to be run for now, I think.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Palago.
Dooley, dooley, dooley. What are you running, Dooley? Restorative core. Lots of rays. Quite old school. Wow. Did you stand a chance? No. I would sometimes love to see the fight go super long so I can get some crazy spices action, but I think the sleeping potion is better than the rainbow, to be honest. I think if we get a lot of like burn, poison, freeze skills, rainbow potion might make the cut. But I think all this slow is just too gross. At 13, we get an upgrade for... Don't know what we upgrade. Probably a silencer. Could go to weapon shop to potentially find the flagship upgrade. But it's not a huge amount of damage. I might just prefer XP. It's very safe.
The smaller proportions.
And I'm wondering if we even cut the silencer. Maybe find this upgrade. I think we would only run double silence if we maybe were able to cut the cannonball. But I don't know if that's ever happening.
Oh, I understand. Class isn't for everyone.
Probably just fight Octopus for max XP. Yeah, sounds good. We don't have a medium, which is a bit of a pity, but... I mean, I'll even take 2% crit. No, you're gonna die too quickly. I want to see spices go off again.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
So we won't hit 13 unless we get bonus XP this day. I'll just sell the tiny cutlass. Ah, gold. It might be cannonball out, honestly. Because now we get a gold one. So let's grab the gold. Gold ammo. And we only need spices to go off once or twice. So we'll give you sleeping potion. And we'll give that to spices. And then we can probably plonk this next silencer for even more cooldown reduction. So it goes from a 4.5, I think, to 3.6, which is fantastic. Then the slow effects is lovely. Probably on the crow's nest, but even a sleeping potion. So crow's nest, I think, is slow one item for 4 seconds when you crit. So every 3.6 seconds we would... That's a lot of slow. I think it's better than duplicating this. Let's go silencer. Yeah, 1 for 1 second. So I think it goes on crow, honestly. Which is some extra disruption. And with it on crow, you could maybe argue that sleeping can go. But we'll see in a fight. Yeah, now we get the 13 level up. So We'll do that. And so I'm wondering if we... Because I still don't know if we have 2 gold silencers, can we find the upgrade? And I think you can. So I'm going to upgrade this silencer.
Haha. Now this
Takes
will
me down to what, a
inspire the crew.
3.4? Oh yes, it's just like a 5% extra. Okay. Crow's Nest for like 6% crit. Nah. Looking good. Lots of slow disruption, but not freeze. I would like to see maybe some freeze skills. But I could also maybe put an icicle in instead of the sleeping potion. So similar sort of build. But they're slowing me, but I'm slowing them back. Okay. Very similar setup. And throwing knives, no thank you. Okay, so hopefully only 2 more fights and pretty clean game. Could go to Kebs, but could also go for chocolates, but meh. Both are pretty whatever. Yeah, I'll just go to Kev's, honestly.
Oh, a customer.
4 to reroll's not horrible.
You don't.
I was maybe looking for like some sort of shield enchant crazy item. We'll go skills because we don't want a medium item. And yeah, 2 good options. Upgrade the flurry or we take shield bash. There's a lot of like 1-weapon Vanessas. So they might not have a lot of non-weapon. So maybe flurry's more consistent. But I'll take shield bash. Void Golem, we're scared of getting our flagship destroyed. Then that's an instant loss. So that is a 1 in 6 to instantly lose. Otherwise, I think we're okay. Let's give it a shot. Okay, we're fine. And we just lifesteal through the caltrops. All good. Singularity is quite slow. I don't think I would run it. To be honest, I don't see people run it at all,
See
so...
that plank?
When you destroy an item. Okay. Has to be diamond skills, right? Yeah. So when you use a tool, we are currently not using tools. And we slow like crazy. So all of these are not really winning me over. We could get even more slow. We could reduce the cooldowns of these 2. Like, we could take out sleeping now. Put in rainbow. But with 1 ammo, it's so... So whatever. Or you could just go up the multicast by 1. Grab more slow on here. I think I prefer that, honestly. Because I don't think reducing the cooldown of these other people is really going to win me the fight. So I'd rather just up the multicast by 1. Quick temp boost, can look for non-weapon items. Let's see what we got here. Got the captain's wheel. Like, haste will eventually run out, but... I mean, you could maybe take out the honing steel and a silencer. Takes you to 4.5, but when you're hasted... You're essentially like a 2.3. Plus, you haste the spices as well. I potentially prefer that.
I'm so glad
That seems pretty good.
this experience today.
And shield. Huh. Probably just shield the captain's wheel. So, captain's wheel shielded is 20. So irrelevant. But everything else is also pretty whatever. Like spices can buff your shield items, maybe? Yeah, but we don't have any shield items. Maybe just plonk it on the silencer. They're all pretty whatever. Maybe you just take max health. Yeah, we'll do that.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more
So yeah,
fun.
Captain's Wheel will be hasted, so it will go off in the first second. So unless they have some crazy disruption,
Bring her
yeah,
out! I've got another salvo.
we look pretty good. And what did we get? We got a flashbang. So yeah, with this cannonball, such crazy things we can do, but... Quixel... Sure, why not?
I'm Quixel, Master Merchant or something.
Reroll, we don't have the money.
Midsworth says I'm bad at this, but I just want the huge things.
And Mysterious is much better. Stell... Trying to think what I like from Stell. You just have Rivet Gun, but I don't want to go Rivet Gun, so... Gonna pass on that. And Freeze Guy is so annoying. But I think we're fast enough, maybe? But they are gonna cancel out our quick hastes, I think, by freezing us, like, immediately. Let's give it a shot. If we lose, we lose.
Professional.
Yeah, these insta-freezes get rid of the, like, hasted start. But dead too quickly before stopwatch can go off. And, ooh, maybe this is a case for where we should have taken Cryo Mastery. Game's a bit bugged. I think my internet has died again. So see you in a second. Okay, my internet tanked for a second time, but we're back.
Maybe if we towed a barge.
We'll get rid of... Let's get rid of Flashbang. I don't think there's a world where we run Honing Steel, so we're going to sell Honing Steel as well. We'll get the loot. Would love some damage. Poison is not going to be doing anything. Could grab chocolates, maybe silencer upgrade. I really don't know if I should be selling it, but
Come with no weapons?
maybe someone in the comments can tell me if I can get a diamond one still. And we are not looking for any of that. Dam is an item that I have not run yet, and I don't know if it's that strong. We'll go skill upgrades. And I think the damage is just crazy, right? Get rid of the poison. Yeah, very nice. 60% damage, which works on the obsidian and maybe works on the spices as well. Wow. A very fat flagship.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
What are you running, girl? A port. That's very fun. Okay, you can't freeze my flagship, which is nice. And you are absolutely obliterated. I wish spices could have gone off again. Could have seen some truly disgusting numbers. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that run. It was quite an interesting flagship build. The obsidian is nuts. And some great utility pieces
Read the tides
all
and
around.
listen to the wind. They will guide your strikes.
Not perfect. Always struggling to get those perfect 10s, but pretty good. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.